Hi everyone, I'm here with Tessa, and Tessa you may know from Little Blossoms at the Gateway Church in Wallen. Tessa's also studying her Bachelor of Ministry, and you've just completed, it was your diploma in leadership, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And what else is there to know about you, Tessa? You're quite a mixed bag of skills.
I'm at the Wallen Gateway Church doing Little Blossoms dance classes, in the youth and the kids ministry there, working out how that all works and fits in with my life.
Absolutely. And what kind of things have you noticed about Little Blossoms so far? What kind of response have you had?
A big, massive response.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
what kind of massive response?
I guess if every single kid that's ever turned up to Little Blossoms came at the one time, we'd have over 60 kids there.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's massive.
Yes.
And what do you think has been behind there being such a big response?
I think being a dancer myself, I know that it can be a lot to be doing the concert, be doing the costumes, to be committing every single week and paying all the fees and all that. So to have a casual class that's free, that the parents can come in and out of, that they don't have to commit to, that there's no costumes to buy, there's no concert, there's none of that extra commitment with it. I think that's been something that the community's really needed. And there's one now and they've all jumped on it. So yeah.
That's fantastic. So it kind of creates opportunities for people to dance who otherwise might not have had the time, the money, the resources to either have their kids in dancing or to, conduct dancing as a hobby. Is that right?
Yeah, and I think as well at that age, they're 3 to 5, you don't really know how they're going to react if you put them into a mainstream dance class where they have to commit and all of that. And so to have a program where it's free and they can just come and trial it and see, okay, if they do like dance, all right, maybe we will go and make that commitment to a dance school. But it's just a place where they can, I guess, be free and they don't have that strong, strict, routine that they have to follow and all of that. So I think that's what they like about that as well as the parents too.
Absolutely. And what kind of motivated you to start your own dance classes?
Well, I've always danced for most of my life, and I think saw that need in the community, saw that there wasn't really much around for the parents as well to be able to create that community of their own. So to have a class where the parents can come in and make friends within the class as well. I think that was something that was really needed in the community. So I just thought that it might be a good idea, then got the ball rolling and here we are now.
Absolutely. And how long ago was that?
So I started, it was all part of my internship through Wallen Gateway Church, which was last year. So all of term 1 we kind of researched a bit, looked around what there already was in the community and what there was a need for, did all of the graphic design and all of that sort of stuff, and then started it in term 2 last year. So we're in our 4th term this term of Little Blossoms, and
that's wonderful. And how do the kids find the classes?
There's mixed reactions when they come in. It can be a bit overwhelming for them at the start because there's so many people there, but it only takes one class for them to enjoy themselves. We start off with a warm-up, so they sit around the circle and they know that routine. They know that we sit at the circle at the start of the class. Then we'll practice our animal moves around the room.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then we'll just do some different dances like the hokey pokey or hot potato, all those sort of things. And then we'll play a game of Simon Says, and then after Simon Says, I'll go, now what does Simon say? And they all know it's snack time, so then they run out and have snack time. Then we'll come back in, do a few more dances, and then we'll get our tutus and wands out and they have a bit of free dance for a bit, and we'll play freeze as well.
Freeze, that was the best game at all of the kids' parties I went to when I was little.
And then it's sticker time at the end.
Stickers as well. It sounds like so much fun. And you offer this all for free.
Yeah.
What are some of the ways that the community can support you to continue running such an amazing free program?
keep coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep coming.
And
Yeah,
then you
I
had like a coffee shop as like a bit of a social enterprise
Yeah,
as well.
so we have our coffee maker who comes along on the Tuesday, and so the parents can buy a coffee. So that I think the small's $3.50 and the large is $4. So we've got that
very cheap for coffee
going,
too.
yeah. And there's coffee, like it's barista made coffee, so it's good.
So really good, like the toasted beans, the fresh made,
Yes.
like, you know,
Actual coffee.
froth milk. Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
it's definitely worth your while to come down and grab a coffee there. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So that's on the Tuesday mornings that the coffee's there from. So yeah.
So at the same time the classes are running, then
Yeah,
you can also get a coffee.
You can grab a coffee. So our classes are from 10:30 to 11:30, but the coffee is open that whole time.
Wonderful.
If anyone wanted to come in and grab a coffee, yeah.
And it's also good for parents if they want to catch up with each other while their kids are, you know, being occupied with the dancing classes, and you can get a quiet mum's moment or dad's moment to have a bit of a catch up with friends. So
Yeah, so we have a youth room at Wallen Gateway Church, and we use the basketball court that's in the youth room as where we dance, and then the parents come out into our big open foyer area where there's tables and chairs and all the different things that makes up Wallen Gateway Church. So they sit around and have a bit of a chat and catch up there. We've also got toys out for the kids if there's any younger siblings that come along, or even the older ones when they before and after class to play with, which keeps them very occupied.
That's wonderful. So everyone, it's sort of case for everyone, right through to the parents and the kids and even the really young siblings who might be too young to dance. Yeah. That's fantastic. And what about you know, the people who are not just in the dancing classes but the people around, like the parents? What kind of impact do you think it has had for them?
Well, I think it's been really good for those single mums or even just stay-at-home mums, that there's almost a purpose that they're coming to dancing, and that's getting them out of the house for a bit, and they're around in a safe community environment where there's parents with the same struggles and same all of that.
Absolutely. Like, because I know at the Wallen Future Hub as well, we're really passionate about things in the community that help create social connections, and it's really important to be able to connect with other people in your community, whether that be just over a coffee or to catch up about the things that are going on in life. But just having that social support system makes a huge difference. So it's great to hear that that's happening too at these dance classes as well. And so what else is going on at the Wallen Gateway Church? I hear that there's lots of different programs running.
Yeah, so we have a food bank that runs on the Thursdays. I'm pretty sure you have to book an appointment for that, just to make sure you suit the criteria and eligibility for that. We have a homework club that I believe is starting back next Thursday. Could be wrong.
Yeah, great.
But yeah, so at the moment, I'm pretty sure that it's just primary school kids, but potential for the high school kids to open that up. So they run educational games and activities that support what the schools are doing in English and maths. And we also have our arts and crafts group, which is on I think it's the first Monday of each month. So the idea is to be bringing along a project that you're already working on, and just have that social environment again, and just to get help if you need on any projects that you're working on or something like that. So we have that running too. We have our youth group, which runs on a Friday night. So we run different activities. Next week we're doing an escape room, which is going to be really exciting.
Cool. I've never seen anything like this outside of Melbourne, so it's so great.
We're one of our youth leaders is like making an escape room in the church, so
that is extremely cool.
Going to be pretty fun. So we'll do crazy things like that, or we've got different camps and things that we go on throughout the year. So
that's great.
Yeah,
And that's sort of like, so it's all around the year that there's these amazing free and fun activities for people to do and connect with other people. Is that right?
Yeah.
So another thing I'd love to know a bit more about is your journey, Tessa. So I hear that you grew up in Broadford as well, and you went to the school around here.
Yeah, so I went to Broadford Primary School, then continued on to Broadford Secondary College. I started dance when I was about 6 years old, so that was a big focus in my life for quite a while. So I did the Diploma of Leadership last year through Alpha Crucis College and also through Youth Alive Academy. So Youth Alive runs big events, drug and alcohol-free events for youth in regional areas, but also in the city, doing big events like that. I interned with them along with the church last year as part of that Diploma of Leadership.
Because it's hard to find events for young people, right, that don't sort of centre around drugs and alcohol and, just really healthy ways of connecting with other people in the same age group. And so that's a wonderful thing. And what about your Diploma of Leadership? What kind of things did you cover in that?
So we did looking at different styles of leadership, how it can change depending on which group you're with and all of that sort of stuff. Also looking a bit into the Bible, of course, being a Christian-run thing, and just how to communicate that effectively. We did public speaking, which is not my favourite, but
it's a great thing to learn how to do.
Got there eventually.
I think nearly everyone struggles with public speaking, so to have some training in that is a fantastic thing.
Is definitely a challenge. But I think I grew in that aspect last year, which was really good. Just looking at different ways to be engaging people and how our different leadership skills can engage different age groups, different backgrounds and all of that sort of stuff. So that was really interesting to see, and hopefully I guess that will carry along throughout all the different things that I'm doing as well.
Absolutely. And we're really excited to have you here today, because one of our key things that we wanted to achieve here at the Hub was to involve young people. So I'd love to hear from you, Tessa. What do you think that young people really need in the Mitchell Shire, and what kind of things can we do to help?
I think in the Mitchell Shire, we just need places for young people to feel safe. I think a lot of the places that young people create for themselves aren't necessarily a safe environment, and so I think being able to provide different events, even just hangout areas that are safer for them, I think that's very important, but also having that focus on still continuing some sort of education as well, because I think a big issue is a lot of kids are dropping out and not really doing much else afterwards. So I think a good thing is to be encouraging education, whatever that may look like for that kid. It could be going on to do an apprenticeship or something like that, but just encouraging that continuous learning as well.
Absolutely. So things like training opportunities and education and really helping young people get their foot in the door.
And keeping them busy as well.
Absolutely. And so if people are interested in getting involved with Little Blossoms or one of the programs at the Wallen Gateway Church, what's the best way to make the first step and get in contact with you guys?
So for Little Blossoms, we have a Facebook page and all the contact details are on there. Or contact through Facebook or through the church, go onto our website and there should be contact details on there. You can go through our admin lady or straight to our senior pastor, however best suits you and what your needs are.
Absolutely. And last question. So we're really passionate about the local community, and so are you, and you've done so much work in this space. I'd love to know, Tessa, what does community mean to you?
Oh, wow.
That's a bit of a pointy question, isn't it?
Community, I think the way I like to look at it is inside of the word community is unity. So I think community can't work if we're not all working together and not all striving to the same thing. And so whether that same thing is very broad in the sense of maybe safety or connection, or if it's very specific in terms of whatever the specific event is for the community. I think, as long as everyone is working together and working cooperatively, I think that's what makes up a community.
What an incredible answer. That was so impressive. I think that's definitely where the title of this podcast is going to come from, the unity and community. And clearly we've got an incredible individual here who's doing some amazing things in the community space. Little Blossoms dance classes. What was the day and time again?
So on Tuesday mornings from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. at Welland Gateway Church and Community Centre. Through school terms only, we take a break over the holidays. And we open doors about 10:15 if you want to come in a little bit earlier and grab your coffee or whatever you want to do. We keep the doors open afterwards as well if you want to stay around and have that space as well. So
absolutely. And what age group is this for?
So for 3 to 5 year olds. Yeah.
So 3 to 5 year olds at 10:30 on a Tuesday. So be there or be square. And thank you so much for joining us today, Tessa. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.